Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today, the day I'm filming, it is a very lazy Sunday, so that means I'm coming at you super casual, like no foundation, no eyeliner, and I actually put on my eyebrows and mascara just for you guys, so I hope you feel extra special. Anyways, last week I did not get a video up, so I wanted to do 2 videos this week to kind of make up for it, but I could not for the life of me decide what I wanted to film. You might have noticed that I have not been putting up a ton of book-related content lately, which is kind of a shame given this is a booktube channel, but that's mainly because I have just not been reading a lot and I feel like I've developed some really bad reading habits over the past couple of years that are just at maximum strength right now. And then I realized that that could actually be a video idea all on its own. So today, instead of showing you actual books, I don't know why I did that, that was very Vanna White of me. Today, instead of showing you actual books, I thought I would share with you my 5 worst habits as a reader. My first bad reading habit is that I continue to buy ebooks and then never actually turn my Kindle on. The big problem here is that I am an Amazon Prime member, which means that at the beginning of each new month, I get 1 free pre-released ebook. So every month I get really excited, I go through all the books, I pick them very carefully as if I'm gonna read it right then and there, and then it goes into that abyss, which is my e-reader, that just never gets turned on and is perpetually uncharged. I do know that this tends to be a bit of an issue with readers who generally prefer traditional books but who own e-readers as well. So I know I'm probably not alone with this one, but that's definitely my first bad reading habit. My second bad reading habit has to do a bit with me interacting with the rest of the booktube community, and no, it's not my failure to comment, which is also a bad habit, but it's actually my lack of participation in group read-alongs. Now, I tend to get really excited about certain read-alongs, so like when I was watching a ton of Katie's videos, Katie from Books and Things, I actually went out and bought our mutual friend for her Victorian style read-along and then got a whopping 2 chapters into it and you know, just never progressed any further than that. I get myself excited and I will actually go and buy books for group read-alongs, but then I just never actually pick the books up. My third bad reading habit is something I do all the time and I really need to stop because it's actually costing me money. Basically, I go to the library to say return something and then I think, you know what, I'm here, I might as well pick up another book, forgetting that I am in the middle of reading a million other things already. I then bring the book home and think, okay, that'll be my treat read for when I finish whatever I'm currently reading, only to promptly forget about the book and then try and start reading it like 2 days before it's due. Of course, I can never actually finish the book before it's due, so then I either get into an endless renew cycle and then end up just holding on to it past all the renew dates and have to pay fines, or I have to return it unfinished. Both of which I hate. My fourth bad reading habit will probably drive you guys nuts because it drives me nuts and I'm the one who's doing it. I have this bad habit of being in the middle of a book that I'm really enjoying, you know, I'm not finding anything wrong with it, and yet once I get to the point where there's like 100 to 50 pages left, I put it down and get distracted by something else and forget completely to go back to it. It's such a frustrating habit because it's something that I can tell I'm wanting to do every time I get close to the end of a book. I can just feel this urge to put it down, and I think it's probably because in my head I'm like, okay, well I can just prevent this ever ending if I don't read the ending, but it's not very helpful for a channel or a book blog because then I just have a bunch of almost read books sitting on my nightstand. And my fifth and final bad reading habit is that I keep my Goodreads currently reading shelf completely out of date. It kind of relates to number 4 in that most of the books on my currently reading shelf on Goodreads I was reading actively once upon a time, but they've been there for a really long time. Like for example, Unaccustomed to Earth by Jhumpa Lahiri, it's probably been on there for 2 years now. Do I have plans to pick it up? Sure, eventually, but I'm not actively reading it right now, so why have I left it on my Goodreads shelf? I know Rincey has this really good policy of not necessarily using the currently reading shelf, but actually just sharing the books that she has completed on Goodreads, so I might start doing that, but I don't know. I also don't want to like lose the date progress because then I like how it tracks the date for me. I don't know. So that was my very rambly video about my worst reading habits, and now I would really like to know if you guys have any bad reading habits. Do we share anything in common, or do you do something else completely? I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons like Emily Grace Akers for giving me the motivation to kind of push through my reading block and push through my video making block and come up with hopefully vaguely interesting videos for you guys to watch. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap it up here, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.